Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Right now, both the camp of Nyesom Wike and the camp of Fubara are earnestly waiting to hear the verdict of the Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt Rivers right now. At about now, as we speak right now, both the camp of Amaewhule are waiting to hear the final verdict. The Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt River State as about now hearing a suit challenging the legitimacy of Amaewhule as the Speaker and the 26 others as members of the River State House of Assembly. Now, 27 lawmakers are loyal to the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike in political crisis. Now, the suit was filed by Pro-Fubara. That's Pro-Fubara lawmaker, that's Victor Okojumbo, Sakari Goodboy, and Adolphus Oribenimiri. Now, they want the court to clear the air on the status of Amaewhule and 26 others following their defection from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the All Progressive Congress (APC). Some of those in court as we speak are the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Rivers State, that's Dagogo Iboroma, Senior Advocate of Nigeria SAN, and the Chief of Staff Government House, that's for Port Harcourt. And I'm talking about none other person than Edison. We'll keep you posted as more of the rulings keep coming up. But meanwhile, all right, quickly, this is breaking reports coming from the court, the Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt right now as we speak, as it's time of filing this particular report, which is filed by Okojumbo and some of the two other lawmakers for River State House of Assembly, have been adjourned. The suit has been adjourned, in which they are looking to clarify the issue of the 27 members of River State House of Assembly who have defected. Now, the court has adjourned the case, the next case hearing, to April 30th. That's quite a distance. April 30th, pending the Supreme Court judgment. Now, this is interesting. My colleague is in the house. This is breaking. This is quick, but we'll give you full details on how the whole thing transpired in court. But meanwhile, this is breaking is exactly what is happening as at now. My colleague is in the house. For crying out loud, this particular judgment is actually trying to clarify that Okojumbo and clarify that Amaewhule.
What does that really mean? Well, the judges of the view that certain matters are pending in the Supreme Court, he want the party to address him on the impact of the case in the Supreme Court on this matter. Okay.
I think the suit is totally different from what Amaewhule and the rest filed, which was the fact that they wanted the case to be re-represented 2024 budget that is long gone. Why are they now waiting for the case in the Supreme Court to be, the verdict to be given? They're giving the space of between now March, the whole of March, so that even not the whole of April, because they are adjourning to April 30th, where they will now know the verdict of the Supreme Court before they now proceed. What's your take in all of this?
Well, a lot of people expected this will happen, but we all know that what Supreme Court will present will be what they will have to look at before any decision is taken. I'm not trying to preempt the case, but I think that everyone is looking at the Supreme Court. Don't forget that this issue will be having kind of trace to the Supreme Court case. So I think that the junior court here is trying to be very careful, but then some other persons believe that since Supreme Court is is under the grip of one person, or maybe he's a lover boy of the Supreme Court, as most people had said. Judiciary. He's a lover boy of judiciary. So a lot of influence here and there will be seen. But however, I think that the lower court wants to know first what the Supreme Court will say, so that from there we can take a judgment, because the full details of the judgment will give an inkling on what to be done. But I have some fears, and one of the fears I have is let it not be that it would turn out that pronouncement will be made inclusive of the issue of defection. That's the fears of a lot of people. But then I am yet we do not know if the prayers in the cases is traceable to that. Because if the cases, but I don't know also if when they are writing their individual notes, they won't have to put that in, so that, because if at the end of the day, I'm not preempting, it's a case of that with these verdicts, we also want to congratulate the position of the speaker and we cancel any form of defection or something. I don't know if it's going to happen like that, but that's the fear right now.
Let me quickly cut you in. Remember that Fubara at some point, because of agreements trying to get political solution between himself and the defected lawmakers, he withdrew a case that was actually pending in court, but they defected eventually. But out of probably, should I say, negligence, or the fact that some persons believe that the constitution is automatic, it kicks in, they did not bother to bring that matter. So Fubara did not have that grace to bring back the case, and he has already technically withdrawn it. And that case he withdrew technically is what some of the things that have gotten to Supreme Court now. But this is a fresh case being filed by Okojumbo and the other lawmakers in his camp. So this one is totally fresh. But like you rightly said, but I believe that it is not in the prayers. I think for that of Martin Amaewhule, they were very specific. They wanted for Barra to really represent the budget. Their case of defection order, their legitimacy was not in doubt or in question in those prayers, in that, but those suit filed that is pending in Supreme Court right now. So yes, it's possible that the judgment may not in totality favor them. But now the question is, what is the correlation really between the lower courts trying to find out the legitimacy? Because this particular one is fresh. It is not a joiner to the other one, because they did not accept a joiner at some point. When Femi Falana wanted to bring a rejoiner, they rejected it. So they had to start a fresh case from the Federal High Court sitting in Rivers State, Port Harcourt. But my question still remains: why would they want to wait till Supreme Court gives their verdict? Although they're a lower court, does it mean that if the verdict now says they are legitimate, is that when they will now start giving their own verdict? I don't know.
It will be superimposed on them, because we're talking about the Supreme Court here. One of the reasons that have been clearly stated in a short, I won't call it verdict, but in just the one case that was struck out, that's talking about the case of presentation of budget. A lot of things were said, and one of which was the part of Wike saying that's pro-Wike lawmakers were of the opinion that striking it out, it therefore means what Omotosho said in this thing stands, and while Fubara's camp is of the opinion that it has no relationship with their issue of defection. So even some lawyers, when given an opportunity, were like, they should get the security agencies involved so that they can implement the Supreme Court. But there was no distinction, about it. But with the situation on ground, I don't know what the future will be. But however, I think they are still waiting for them to hear from the Supreme Court.
All right, that's very good to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation.